Hello and welcome to Rivals FM, and this is the Doncaster Rovers playthrough, The Rise to Glory. Now this is episode 21, and I did say in the last episode we're going to come back for the whole game. What we're going to do is we're going to watch Bolton, because if we win this one, we've won it, so it makes sense, doesn't it? We can see him celebrating on pitch at the end of the game, so we'll go with this one. So Crystal Palace did win the game in hand, so let's have a quick look at the league. Bear with me while I get there. So there you go. So we are 13 points clear. So I think if we win this next game, we've won, aren't we? Because there'll be 4 games left and they can only get 12 points then. So we will have won if we win this game. Against Bolton, it were 20th. So we expect a good result. They've won 1 out of the last 5, although they've only lost 1 of the last 5 as well. That's the other way to look at it. But considering how well we've been playing, I expect that we should score. We should probably score a lot of goals. So let's have a quick talk about what tactic we go with today. Well, the tactic is exactly the same. So what we're going to do is we are pretty much going with the same team. The only real change is going to be Brigantia's. So it's Beanie in net, Cargill Pennington at centre, Mitchell left, Clark right. Mitchell's been playing fantastic, hasn't he? Absolutely fantastic lately. So Brigantia's in centre. I'm just putting him in because if we win the title today, really, he should be playing, shouldn't he? He should be the one that's on the pitch because he's been influential for us all this season. Let's have to see what he's got. 7 assists, so maybe it's not as much as I expected. We've got King on and De Silva in the centre, Mandeville, Wilson and Balday up front. Nikisha's still not back from injury, as I mentioned. He's got, how long's he got now? Let's have a quick look. He has got 3 days, the full training. So he'll probably miss the whole game as well, but after that we'll probably see how he plays with Wilson and Mandeville. So let's crack on with today's game then. I mean, to be honest, we can afford to lose a few games, can't we? We don't need to win them, we just need to win 1 more game. So we get the kick, away from home, we're in our blue and green kit. Mitchell hoofs up top, he's headed away though, and that might be the end of the highlight, is it? No, it's continuing, so maybe there's something threatening coming. Brigantia tries to find Wilson, can't get him. King's back on the ball though, and that's it, so... No one. He seems to be injured. Didn't he? Want to Huddersfield? I can't remember now, to be honest. Don't look a bad player though, does he? Looks better than some of the stuff that we've got. I mean, you look at, like I said, when you look at talent that all the teams around us have got, they look a lot better, don't they, in terms of the players. So hey, we haven't conceded an header. That's good, isn't it? They got another chance to whip it in there. They're playing it through the centre, which probably I think helps us a little bit more. It goes towards our favour. I think it's when they go out wide and they overlooked the man out right there. But you got Wilson charging through here, and we know he's got pace. Get back post. Oh, what the? That was freaky, wasn't it? Nearly gets it. Ben Amos in that, is it? I wonder what he's like on this one. It's not too bad, is it? Decent enough. I need to keep an eye out on potential players could sign after this. So we are 14 points clear, aren't we? At the minute. Oh, he goes for a tackle, and that could have been a goal to them, couldn't it? Is it offside? No, it's playing on. I thought it was just really progressing very slowly there. We seem to be letting them have a bit of the game though, aren't we? We're not really close enough. Look at this outright. Wallace has really come out of position. We had the pace to get back. Ooh, good save by Beanie. You expected them ones to be conceded, don't you? We've had 4 shots each though, so although they seem to have all the highlights, we're obviously in the game, aren't we? Both got 2 shots on target. Throw some encouragement. I mean, Wilson looks like he's playing a little bit poorly compared to the rest. 6.3. I still think 6 is a sort of like average rating. Like you're just sort of doing what's being asked of you. Pop up, please. Cargill didn't like that one. I think he's just got to man up. I think 6s, yeah, I think they're like the average ratings. I think 7 means you're playing well, 8 really well, 9 is like just phenomenal, and 10 means you just like once in a lifetime performance. We'll have to make some changes at some point, won't we? Because it's not really going how we planned. Maybe Brigantia off for Garcia then. Let's have a look at that then. See if that makes any bit of difference. Amos can go on for De Silva, and he's going to go as a central midfielder on support. We're pushing quite a lot forward though, aren't we, by putting him on support. There's not really much defensive duty there in the middle of the pitch. Because Garcia's the roaming playmaker, so he's going to roam around the park trying to look for opportunities to create for opportunities for goals. King's box to box, so I suppose we're just relying on him, aren't we? We're going to get a highlight here then. Wilson, he's got man in centre if he can find him. He's found King. Quite high for him though, and King's just hit it first time near enough. Well, look at that. Out right. Acres of space there. He's going to get a good cross in here. It's where it's dangerous. Garcia gets the header away though. It's gone to Brannigan at centre. They're playing it around. We headed it away. I'm a bit lucky, but unlucky to come straight back to us. Oh, come on, Keeps. Oh, what? What are they fouling for there? There was just no need. No need whatsoever. Can't be in it. Part of the heroics. It's time for you to excel. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? We need to make a little change. Mitchell can come off for Wallace. He's playing poor. I don't know what that's about. Why is he upset? What can you do? I don't think he gave. Did he give the penalty away? Is that potential? No, he didn't want it. Pennington won it. Don't concede another one now. Jeez, guys. No. That's just wide. I think we need to go attacking, don't we? I don't go overload because I think everyone. Oh no. Good dance. Safe hands by Beanie. That can't be the highlight, can it? If that's a highlight, they could have given us a little bit more. Amos. Over top to Mandeville. It's a great ball. Oh, he's put it over. I thought you were going to do it. I actually thought we were going to take a few more touches, to be honest, to get close to the goal. Let's make a tackle. Come on, let's get that draw. Tackle. Come on, Wallace. You've left him. It's covered, though. Cover that pass. Cover the man in centre. That's a bit of a loose ball, isn't it? Pennington's not making a tackle there, though. Headed it away. Amos could have brought that down. He could really have brought that one down. Oh, no. No, that's silver, isn't it? So we've not cemented victory just yet, have we? So it looks like we are going to be watching the whole game next. Unless Crystal Palace lost, that's the other thing, isn't it? And it didn't really count for that. It's possible. Their form wasn't brilliant, was it? 13 points clear. Yeah, I think we'll win it, won't we? Wallace. Can at least get a goal. That's it, innit? Have we won? Way! Champions! Champions! Away, away, away! We've done it. We've done it, lads. There we go. They absolutely battered us, didn't they? 16 shots to 8. What? What? Why are they all switched off? Well, screw you all then. Screw you all. I'll sell you all. None of you coming back for Premier League. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play it all the way. I can say sim. I'm not simming it. I'm going to play it all the way through to end of the season. I'll come back and give you a run off of how our performances went, and we'll go over the highlights. And that'll probably be the end of it for this episode. And the next episode we'll talk about. Well, I'll get through pre-season and we'll be looking at the Premier League then, guys. So back in a second. Hi guys, so we're back again. And well, we've played out the games and they've not really been overly positive as you look at it. In fairness, I've been rotating a few players around, giving a few games, not just for the purpose of rotating games, but also to try and get those people that I'm looking to poach on free transfers at the end of the season, some game time, sort of so maybe they do favour me as a manager and want to play for me again. So let's have a quick look then. So we lost to Bolton, as you know, and then we went and played Hull, and it was a convincing 3-1 victory. Not really any doubts there, was there? In this game, when you look at it, absolutely walked over them. Well, it's the following games that were a bit concerning after this. Like I said, we drew 2 and lost one of our last 3 games. Nikisha did come back temporarily. I don't know if it was in this game or the following game, where I think it might be this game. I put him on bench, and I was recommended to play him for no longer than 45 minutes. He lasted 15 minutes, I think it was. I brought him on second half. He lasted about 15 minutes, and he got injured again for something like 6 to 7 weeks. Like typical nice one. I hope he hasn't got like a recurring injury now, because that really is going to dampen the spirits, isn't it? So the other thing was as well, Wilson got a little bit of an injury, so I was playing sort of like a bit of a makeshift, unfamiliar strike force, which, as we know, when we were sort of like going through some of the games earlier, why is it going all the way back up there? As we were going through some of the games earlier, we were encountering similar problems, weren't we, in terms of when strike force weren't familiar with each other. we just weren't winning games, and I just think we. Not necessarily we weren't scoring goals really, because we were scoring goals. We've always been scoring goals through the season. That shows the amount we've scored. And there can't be any sort of correlation whatsoever between the link-up play of the strikers and the defensive work, can it? But we were struggling to win, weren't we, at that period of time? I mean, this game here, 3-3. We went 2-1 up at this point, didn't we? Sorry, they went 2. No, we went 2-1 up. A bit fortunate there. Mandeville puts it in top corner. 2-1 up. They bring it back to 2-2, then it goes to 3-2, and then we pull one back to go 3-all. And these draws that we've had, it has to look like we probably were going to get some, a victory out of it. So I think we were very unlucky. So even though we haven't won out towards the end of the season, we've still been playing well. So that's a bit encouraging. I have made 2 new signings as well, which is worth talking about, and I'll show them at the end of the season. They're both, I said end of the season, end of this episode. They're both defenders, they're both centre backs, and they both look really, really good. One of them you definitely have heard of, I'm pretty sure about that. The other one, maybe not quite so. But I'll touch upon them after these highlights. So we needed to improve the defence without a doubt, but even with them two, I'm still going to try and sign probably Pennington. I don't think I'm going to go for more now, because I don't think I really need him. But definitely Pennington, I'd like to get him. So they were a bit lucky here, weren't they? This game, it did look like we were going to win. I thought we went 2-0 down, we didn't. Obviously, we went 1-1, then 2-1 to them, 2-2 to us. But again, it looked like we was going to win these games, so I want to do disappointed with performances, and obviously I won't disappointed with results because we were already promoted in first place. But one of the defenders that we have signed, he can't get a work permit, and it says that he can't play for me without a work permit, so I'd have to loan him out to an affiliated club, which I don't really think I've got any that's suitable for that sort of need. And I don't really see, because when we had a look at it, didn't we? We had a look at the rules for the Premier League in terms of how Brexit affects it, and it said he could register 17 players, so the work permit didn't come into account. So I'm hoping what it is. I hope that the work permit thing that it's stating this, you're not being able to play him, is that it's still registering us as in the Championship and not in the Premier League. As in when we get into Premier League, it won't be an issue. But I guess we'll see, won't we? I think he's Nigerian, the guy that it's relevant to. The thing is, I've signed him now, so if he can't play to work permit, oh well. But saying that, I don't know. Because the thing is, before Brexit, anyone outside the EU, you had to apply for work permit anyway, didn't you? So if it is that basis that you don't have to apply for you don't have to have a work permit to play in the Premier League if they're registered in the squad, is that just for what were formerly what are the EU, or does it everyone as well? Does it also apply for people from Africa and stuff? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, isn't it? But it only cost me $500,000 to be honest, so it's not really a big transfer. Let's have a look at future transfers. Where are we? Oh, so we've got a few, haven't we? Who's this guy? Afalobi. Oh, he's a youngster I've brought in. I'm bringing him as a youngster because he's also half decent, 19 years old, just going to youth squad. Now this is the guy, this is the main one really. He's valued at £6 million. I valued more than that actually prior to me actually putting the bid in for him. But I think I got him for £4.2 million in the end. He's 28 years old, so he'll be 28 at the start of the season as well. And his stats look fantastic for what he is. Another thing is I'm hoping he can play a bit more defensive than a stopper because I might have too many stoppers in my team otherwise. But I'm very happy with him. Cheap as well. Contract is going to be about 25,000, I think it might be actually. Now this is the other guy, and this is the one that I'm signing £500,000. Well, I think it's £375,000, then additional add-ons. He's at Chelsea. Like I say, it's Nigerian, there you go. So he looks very good, doesn't he? I've been playing him as a central defender as well. So we'll see. I don't know, well, like I say, it depends on what happens with work permit. If the work permit isn't an issue, then it's going to be a fantastic signing for us, especially for that price. We got this lad who's a youngster, and I think he will be in the first team, to be honest, but he looks very good for 18 as well. Our scouts seem to rate him. He's currently a 2.5 star, but he's potentially a 5 star, most likely 4. But that's still good. And to sign him for, how much are we signing him for? £275,000. Can't complain, can you? It's fantastic. Well, this guy I think is another youngster, just a youngster I brought in, and I think it's more for a backup stroke youngster. So he'll probably be in under 23 squad. I don't think he'll get into Premier League first starting team, but I don't have any quality youths. That's the issue. So let's have a quick look at the Championship and see who got promoted with us then. And you'll be quite surprised. Oh, as you can see, it's right there. I did well at hiding that one, didn't I? So as you can see, Crystal Palace dropped out and they actually got automatic promotion with us. Sheffield Wednesday. I think did they do the double over us? I can't remember now. They might have. But look at that, 122 goals. Although we have conceded 74, which is like we'll be like the top. We'll be 11th place, won't we, if it's based on goals conceded? But 122 goals is phenomenal, isn't it? So, yeah, Crystal Palace obviously dropped. They actually played in the FA Cup final 3 days before the playoff final, and I think they lost like 5-0 to Man United. Let's have a quick look at this. So trees. So Brentford beat Huddersfield, and Crystal Palace beat Everton in semi-finals, both 4-2 on aggregate. And Crystal Palace have went extra time and won 4-3 against Brentford. So I think we'll leave it there then, won't we, for now? Because we've stockpiled up on a few minutes there, aren't we, on episode? Well, next I'm going to start into the season, get me pre-season out of the way, I'll get my transfers done, I'll come back and we'll have a look at that and get the first game of the season kicked off. So Premier League next season, come on lads! So there you go guys, so I'd like to thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button. Any comments, feedback, questions, stick them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possibly can. And I'll see you in the next episode, ready for the Premier League.